I haven't been playing this that much because I actually got a nice tip from somebody on my comments today, basically saying that on the eShop page they mention under the challenge mode section that you're going to be able to purchase new elements and weapons from there. So I haven't wanted to play too much, but I figured I'd make a guide for something that's understandably frustrating a lot of people right now, which is the camp upgrades. Once you get over here, things get pretty grindy. Like this one, you need to fight, I believe it's like 5 battles with 10 officers. There's one where you have to do that with Samurai Warriors officers, and then there's these ones where you have to do it with the 3 respective character types. And then these ones are just the extra characters, which I don't have the crystals for at the moment. So I'm going to go over the fastest way possible to actually finish that. Now, you're not going to get that many weapons from this. You will get some growth points, so if you want to do this with your quickest team and just have like one dummy officer to knock out the achievements or whatever, you can do it that way. So right now, we're going to go for the Technique 2-1. Now, I only need one more officer at 5 battles to get that one, so I'm going to show how you can do that. Now, since you're going to be clearing this map so quickly, what you're going to want to do is make sure your Muso Officer Summer Camp is all ready to go. Make sure you actually send them off and everything, because you're going to be going through this pretty quickly. So, I will sub in Masamune since he has like the fastest Godspeed attack, just to show how fast this can go, and Jiang Wei is basically only here to show you know, how to get this achievement done. So you go to chapter 2, and you go to this one right here. The young dragon obeys the goddess. You can see my clear time there is pretty high, but I actually like went out of my way to get Kotaro's weapon on that run. You can actually do it a lot faster. Unfortunately, not everybody adopts the same design philosophy that the 20XX developers do, where they basically went out of their way to not include ladders in their game. So you will have to do some ladder climbing, which is never fun in anything, but it's worth it. So basically you just alternate between your Godspeed characters if you want to do this like the absolute fastest way possible, but the horse is fine too. Might want to take out this Chaos Origin here. There you have it. Oh, I didn't get Xiao Yun. Well, there. That was not a perfect run, but you can see just how quickly that can be done. So you can also get the no damage achievement here pretty easily. You could probably just put it on easy and plow through it really quickly. So you can actually knock out quite a few things by grinding this out. So that was a minute and a half, and I had quite a bit of a poor performance there. Now, unfortunately, since it's only Chapter 2, even on Chaos, you're basically just going to get junk for weapons. But occasionally you might come across something good like Aggression or Agility. So do pay attention to what you're grinding out. So I'm going to go through this twice more to get this achievement and show you just how quickly you can get this done. It's kind of a cruel joke that one of the only levels that's not heavily scripted has ladder climbing. Ladder climbing has never been fun. Thankfully, that's like the only time you have to do it in this game. Now, see, I got lucky there. He actually ran right into the heavy magic attack. There we go. This map is really weirdly designed. You have to go out of your way for this map to take more than like 5 minutes if you're pretty decent at the game. Like even on your first run, you can finish this map in like I'd say maybe 6-7 minutes. There we go. That was about 15-16 seconds faster. Alright, so one more, and I'll get that camp upgrade, and they'll be back from summer camp. Oh, here we go. Oh, and I got Meteor as well. Meteor is supposed to be good for certain characters since it like launches them up in the air, but I will test that out in another video. Oh, okay, so they came back, but they're not done yet. The Bond one only takes 2 battles, so we're gonna do one more run. Now, normally you do have to like at least partially gear up your characters to do those achievements, since you have to actually play as them. But this way you can just play with like maybe 1 or 2 of your best officers and just grind it out that way. My Chaos Origins being a troll as always. So once again, you need to clear that one down at the bottom. You need to clear it with a bunch of separate officers. You can't do it with just one. So this is definitely the easiest way to do that. Some of the Samurai Warriors characters are still torture to play because they have ancient movesets from like 2005, or they have bad sacred treasures, or unfortunately some of them even have both of those things. So this is probably the fastest way to grind it out. I don't really see how you can do it any faster. That was 128, so sub 90 seconds. Okay, so Hunden spawned, and also everybody's back from summer camp. Definitely an excellent way to get weapons. So I might play as all these guys at some point. Now I have quite a bit of weapons to work with. Now I actually want to see what that meteor element does before I go. Attaches a flying ball to enemies that have been sent flying. So we'll check that out really quick. That is one of the elements that you can only get from the summer camp feature. Let me see if I have Nezha with a weapon. I'm only down to like 2 crystals. I can't do a whole lot right now, unfortunately. Alright, he's already good to go. Alright, so let's try this out. Human Nezha is like exponentially better because he actually has element activation, and for whatever reason they took all that off Cyborg Nezha. But we're gonna try to make him work right now. I've got one more slot to work with. Go ahead and give him reach. I'll actually have one more slot. Give him Flame Wind. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's try this out. Make sure I have it equipped first. And there is the upgrade, like I said. So while you do this, not Xiao Yun, but Hundun is going to spawn quite a bit, so you're going to want to do those when you can. However, like I said in my overview video, if he decides to spawn in Chapter 1 or Chapter 2, and it's very rarely worth doing, if he spawns towards the tail end of Chapter 2, there's a chance that he might drop something decent, but in general, you want him to spawn either in Chapter 3, 4, or 5, or the side stories. Most of the side stories are pretty high leveled as well, so if he spawns in here, then there's a pretty good chance he'll drop something worthwhile. But if he spawns in 1 or 2, it's definitely worth it to just skip it and just go spam that mission more until he spawns again. Alright, so let's try out Meteor. You notice that doesn't proc elements anymore, but seems to proc the meteor. Pretty cool. Alright, so let me go ahead and show that mission one more time. So it's this one here. The young dragon obeys the goddess. You can finish it in under 2 minutes, depending on your team, and get a bunch of things done at once. You can kind of rotate through Pandemonium battles. You can finish up summer camp really quickly. And you can knock out some of the camp upgrades as well. Like, the only other one I have to get that actually requires anything is just the power type one, and I can do that pretty much the same way. Now, ideally, you could just run with somebody who's really strong. You can give someone brilliance or something, and just run 2 power or speed or tech officers respectively. Or this one, I forget which one it is, that requires samurai warriors officers, and you can knock 2 of them out at once. It'll only take like maybe 20 minutes or so, including loading. Now, there's one more thing I should show. If you are on PC, there's an option called Movie Playback. What this does, unlike Dynasty Warriors 9, it does not remove the intro logos, but what it does is it basically automatically skips all the cutscenes. Now, that particular map there has one forced cutscene that you'll always see, so you can just turn it off here, and that'll prevent some extra time waiting for it to load and things like that. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Hope this helps.